right, guys, we're rolling. Okay, so again, they're making me restart. So whenever I say something funny, so I'm not nervous, you guys are gonna woo! Okay, good. So now that I am stuffed in this little corner like a sardine, I am ready to start Lash Talks with LASHGOD Rack. Okay, so on today's episode, we are going to be talking about the most important thing about your business, how to get clients, how to keep clients, how to build awareness, how to really solidify your brand from the rest of them and run a successful business. So basically the first thing is how to not only bring them in, but how to make them long-term clients. This is clienteling. This is what my entire business has been successfully built on. So creating an atmosphere, creating a service, an environment that your clients love to, one, get their service done the first time, and two, they want to keep coming back. Your clients need to be addicted to you. And as a business owner, I see how profitable it is. Yes, bringing clients in the door and doing a full set is amazing. It's nice. You're starting off fresh work. But what's really going to keep your revenue stream constantly flowing is the fact that your clients love you, they love your work, and they're going to always be coming back for refills. So you need to look at your brand from an outside perspective and really put yourself in a client situation. How do your clients feel when they walk in the door? Like, how's the greeting? Us, for example, at LASHGOD, you walk in the front door, the first thing reception is saying to you is, "Welcome to LASHGOD, the most magical place in the world." So that's something that's very exclusive to us, right? Part two, they're gonna get a menu from us. So we're gonna give them some snacks, some beverages, just make them feel really VIP, really at home. You need to think, okay, as a client, what is the best service experience I've ever gotten, and what really kind of made that experience stand out from the rest of them? I personally like to get my lashes done once a month in the client experience just to see how I feel. Did I like the greetings? Did I like the bed? How did I feel about my technician? How was the conversation? How was the quality of work? Everything like that. So you really need to not so much think of your business in a negative light, like, why am I not getting clients? Oh, the industry is so competitive. Everything that you can take short amount of education for a short 2-day course is naturally going to be competitive because there's so much money to be made in this field. It's very competitive, and only the people who are the most persistent and have the most desire to do it are going to succeed. So you need to want it more than everybody else, and you need to not complain about it. You need to be willing to work for it. You need to really be willing to do something different that people are going to be obsessed with. So now I'm going to ask you guys a question. What are you doing to be different? What are you doing to be competitive? I feel like everybody wants to be the same, or everybody wants to be a copycat. The people that are different, the people that are unique, are really going to stand out. They're really going to thrive. You need to make sure that everything is completely unique to your business. What are you going to do on your Instagram for people to look at your page and say, wow? When you look at other people's Instagram, when you see a page that you really like, if you really like LASHGOD or another big brand, what about the page do you love, right? It needs to be diverse. There needs to be a lot of different things happening, and people need to see, the quality of your work. They need to get a little bit of your personality from your page. It also really helps to incorporate who you are into your page so that people kind of already know what they're walking into. So I personally like to have a really girly Instagram. I like it to be like, kind of a bunch of different stuff. I don't really pre-plan my content too far in advance because I like to keep things fresh, and my Instagram is really just a direct reflection of kind of what I'm thinking that specific day. And I love to have variety. I kind of have my color scheme down. I'm really happy with my logo. These are things that in the beginning, if you're not as busy as you want to be, you need to make sure that you're investing that extra time, not complaining or thinking negatively about your business, but making sure your Instagram is perfect, your logo is perfect, your highlight reel is perfect. Your Instagram is how you're gonna get 90% of your clientele in 2020. And that's just me being honest. If you ask any successful business owner, you can spend thousands of dollars on advertisements elsewhere, Google advertisements. Your number one stream of clients and revenue is gonna be from Instagram. So you need to make sure you're capitalizing on the number one free way to promote your business, which is in fact Instagram, right? You need to be exhausting the possibilities. How can I get people in the door? Are you gonna do promotion ads? Are you gonna do hashtags? Are you gonna have brand ambassadors come in? Are you guys gonna have micro influencers coming in? You really need to make sure that you are doing free sets. You're feeling good about your business. You're making your business stand out. And once you raise enough awareness to actually start bringing clients in the door, what am I gonna do to make these clients obsessed with me to a point where they don't ever wanna go anywhere else? When I was in my prime of lashing, I was booking out about 3 months in advance. I'm retired now. I just do a couple of brand ambassadors. But the reason for that is how people feel. If you can make people feel good, you can really sell anything. So the experience needs to be something that they have never experienced before. And this is something on my end that I kind of consider common sense, right? I evaluate myself. I evaluate services that I get done. And I'm like, oh, I really like this. Like, I walked in, they treated me like royalty. A lot of people don't step back into like a third party perspective and be like, oh, hey, I really like this, or hey, I really didn't like this. Look back into your past, beauty or lash business experiences, places that you've gone, and pick out what do you like and what do you not like, and make it literally 100 times better, right? I am constantly thriving to make this a magical environment. If you come into LASHGOD, chances are every couple of months we're doing some sort of renovations. We're always making things better. You guys need to be addicted and committed to your business. Nobody's gonna do it for you. This is you building it from the ground up. Everything needs to be perfect, and everything needs to be constantly getting better. You can never peak. If you want to have a successful business, the level up needs to be something that's continuous. Now let's talk about, you're trying to start your new business, or you already have a business, you need to revamp your business. How are we going to price your sets for success, but also based on your qualifications, your experience, not only the amount of courses you've taken, but also your real life experience. Being somebody who's taken so many courses, I can tell you guys that real life experience, the amount of sets that you've done, the amount of hours that you've dedicated to lashing, is the most important factor. Like, you can only get that real world experience from doing services, right? That's how I knew I was ready to be an educator. I'm like, I've literally seen it all. I've done it all. I've worked with every lash type. I've been challenged. I've been doing 10 clients a day. I'm ready to start training, right? So now let's talk about how you guys are going to price your sets. So I recommend doing sales as sparsely as you can, like maybe a couple times a year. If there's a specific holiday where you want to run a sale, sales really devalue your brand, whether it be you're running a sale for a service, or you're running a sale for training especially. Sales just devalue your brand. You're giving somebody a life skill. You shouldn't be discounting training in any way. That kind of just shows, it's like you're putting like a discount tag on your brain. Same thing with services. Like, if your work is good, you shouldn't have to do so many promotions. Like, by the time you've done like 1 or 2 promotions, people should really like see the quality of your work. They should see how amazing your retention is, and they should just be automatically return clients, right? So I recommend, say for example, you're starting out as a beginner, rather than doing so many discounted sets, it's really important that you practice. The reason why you guys are giving such extensive starter kits, depending on the course that you take, of course, I personally like to give really thorough starter kits with everything that you'll find in my trolley, because I expect my students to waste a lot of supplies so that they can become at the level that they're confident at, and they're ready to start charging their said price. So having said that, after I took my first lash course, I consistently practiced for 8 months, and then my introductory prices were $100 for a full set and $50 for refills. And then when I started to add on services like hybrid and volume, I did a price increase from there, but I didn't just, kind of jump up and give myself price increases. Like, as soon as you become too busy to handle the amount of clients that you have, then you need to do a price increase. So, you can kind of get rid of some of your like wishy-washy clients and welcome new clients who are going to appreciate, your quality of work and really respect your price limit. So if you feel like $100 is a little bit too much to be charging for classics, you guys can definitely start off something lower, like maybe $60, $70 classics, $80 to $90 hybrids, and then maybe like $100 volumes. Anything lower than that is really devaluing the industry, right? Lashes are luxury. You guys are also, doing lashes and having your own business so that you're not being paid by somebody else. You're your own boss. If it's taking you 2 hours, 2.5, 3 hours to do a set that you're charging $60 for, it's going to be the same as you working a regular job. So you're offering a luxury service, and you need to be, paying yourself accordingly. Yes, the cost of service when you're doing lashes is very low. It's typically between $1 to $4, depending on the quality of products you're using, how much product you're using and wasting, and if you're using, pre-mades, or if you're making the fans, on spot by yourself. So you guys kind of have to decide, okay, how long is it taking me, and break it down. Subtract the cost of your products and put a goal in your head. How much money do you want to make per hour, or per half hour, or per client? So after you've decided, okay, this is what I need to be making, if you feel like you're not confident enough to charge those prices yet, you need to just run a promotion and do as many people as you can until you're 100% confident in your work. I know my isolation's good. I know I'm worth these prices. When you are worth what you are charging people, you'll know. You're always going to be a little bit nervous in the beginning. You have to practice. Lashing is all about practice. It's not a skill we can develop overnight. I am learning every single day. One thing about really marketing your business successfully on Instagram is making sure that the quality of your photos is really representing your work, right? So there's a few different factors that go into, are my clients going to return? One, that's the quality of the work, the way it looks after, the retention, the quality of the products that you're using. There's a few different things that go into it, but definitely the most appealing thing when people are looking at you as an artist is, what do your photos look like? What's the quality of your Instagram pictures? Are they really able to see your lashes? I feel like honestly pictures are such a huge thing. The quicker you can get your Instagram as professionally as you can possibly make it, the quicker you're going to see that turnover with clients. So make sure, one, you have a really good lighting system, and two, you have a good camera or phone that you're able to use to take photos. So we kind of do a little bit of both. Like, some things are taken on our camera, some things are taken on our phone. I personally am not savvy with the camera, so I like to take a lot of photos on my phone. I make sure I'm constantly updating. I always have the newest phone so that I'm able to take really clear photos. When you're taking photos, you really want to get right over top of your clients. Make sure they're looking straight up at you, and you're able to take it in a way where it's really showcasing the work, but it's also a picture that your clients are going to like of themselves. So try to get, their angles, try to make them kind of look as straight as possible. You want to make sure you're getting the right angles on their nose, and you have a good editing app. So I personally like to use the app Airbrush. You can kind of fix any of your clients' little imperfections, blur out acne, that kind of stuff. You want your Instagram to look as professional and as uniform as it possibly can. So taking good photos is huge. Also, now moving on to retention. So yes, your work can look amazing. Yes, you can photograph amazing work, but your retention needs to be there. That's what's going to keep clients coming back. They're going to see the way their fans are falling out. They're going to see how quickly they're falling out. You don't want any stickies. You want your work to be very clean, very pristine. You want to make sure you're always isolating very close to the base. You're taking an extra couple of seconds to let the lashes dry before you're moving on to the next lash. And then how you're applying them. You shouldn't just be applying your lashes directly on top. I personally always like to get kind of a tri wrap. So it's basically when I'm taking my classic lash or my volume fan, and I'm basically kind of going under on the side and trying to apply it on top of the natural lash, so it's really adhered in 3 different places. When you're just starting out, you can try in 2 different places. So maybe taking your fan, going from underneath and applying it up on the side. Whatever way you can kind of get the best retention and make sure that that synthetic lash is really stuck onto the natural lash, people are going to be obsessed with the way your lashes last. So one thing with me, when I was lashing consistently, my clients were coming in for 3 to 5, sometimes 6-week fills, which I know isn't really considered a fill, but their lashes were just lasting that long, right? It's definitely not sanitary. You want to be urging your clients to come in for 2 to maximum 4-week refills. I like to say 2 to 3-week refills. Personally, for me, I feel like I can't keep my lashes on for more than a week. Like, I'm such a picker. But if you're applying your lashes really well, it should be to a point where your clients, they can do anything with their lashes and they're going to stay on. So a couple of products that I really like to use, I like to prime the lashes with the LASHGOD magnetic bond. So it's basically something that's going to help your lashes last longer. So it kind of cleans the lashes without drying them out. It's not alcohol based, so it's not going to shock open the cuticles and make your clients susceptible to allergens, but it helps your adhesive polymerize in the right way. So adhesive polymerizes, and polymerize means dry. It dries like nail polish, right? So it's kind of like hardens on the outside and it works its way in. But you guys know, if you just get your nails painted, no shellac, and you touch them on something, they're gonna get a little indent. They're not gonna look flattering. It's the same thing with lashes. You need to make sure that they really dry to the core. So I really like to use the magnetic bond as a primer. It's available on the LASHGOD website, and you guys can read all about it there. And then I like to do a couple of other things. I like to make sure that my adhesive, I'm burping it, so I'm shaking my adhesive side to side for 30 to 60 seconds before every use, because the chemicals separate in the bottle. How to run a successful business. We've kind of just scratched the surface. Being a business owner is about training your mind, really understanding the psychology of people, and really kind of developing your customer service skills and developing your personality to a point that you can sell literally anything. So our line of LASHGOD business business courses is almost done. It's almost ready for you guys. It's been very highly requested. We are going to delve into absolutely everything. The psychology of you, the psychology behind your subconscious, how to train your mind to become the, business mogul that you are trying to be, to have financial freedom, to have a wildly successful business. My business is to a point, like, I couldn't even have imagined it getting to where it is, but it's here and it's growing every single day, and we are constantly leveling up, and I'm going to teach you guys to do the same. So keep being persistent. Make sure you're channeling people in absolutely every way that you can, and we are going to further help you and further coach you with our new line of business courses. So you guys can stay tuned. Subscribe to our Instagram at LashGodRack. You guys can also follow us on Facebook and, of course, YouTube. So thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Did you guys like that? Thanks for watching. Thanks for